All right, it is a new dawn, almost a new day, and a new day for the road trip. Stay at the Hilton. It was really good. Food was good. Got a good price. You already know we got a Mustang Mach-E charging over here. I plugged in last night at like 10-15% up to 69%, 140 miles of range. I'm gonna go top that off quick at a Electrify America about 6 to 10 minutes away, get the battery warmed up even a little bit more since this wasn't on 240 volt for preconditioning. Looks like they're plugging in too. Gotta leave it nice. I think we are ready to go. So let's go charge this car up. Oh, California Route 1. Looks like a California Route 1 from Alabama. Nice. Alright, so we've arrived to the first EA station. I don't know, this isn't looking too promising. It says their computer is low on memory, so hopefully it has enough memory to operate charging, because all the other ones are kind of out. But yeah, let's see if their computer can handle charging a car. Who would imagine? No. Well, it's connecting. Well, let's ignore that, I guess. I can't really see what's happening because the progress circle. Oh, processing payment. Okay, this is looking okay. We're at the 150. I don't know. At like 64% right now. Gonna charge up to 80%. We gotta test it over here. I could have made it to my next charging stop with maybe like a 25-mile buffer, but as we've seen, the buffer kind of slowly decreases over time. It seems like the range predictor has adapted to like the colder temperatures and highway driving, but I just want to be safe. I could have stretched it, but all right. They're charging by the kilowatt. We're back in Iowa. Was in Nebraska for a little bit. Continue. Don't want to hit twice though, because the screen lag ends up. Oh, it looks like it's not lagging, but sometimes the screen lags. If you press it twice, you accidentally press the quit button as well. Looks like we're getting 53 kilowatts. I mean, not bad. I was preconditioning the Mach-E. What seemed to be like, I don't know, it was like 32 amp. I don't know. It wasn't as fast as like 240 volt charging, so it probably didn't get the full 6 kilowatts of like dedicated to the heater to precondition the battery and cabin. But when I got there, it was more on the cabin at least. So 52 kilowatts, I'll take it. Charging up to 80%, then we're gonna head out. Maybe even a little bit less, but probably 80%. It says we'll be here about 20 minutes to get up to 80%. Not bad. I'll get my next destination set up, and it's gonna be like a 100-mile stretch to the next one. So yeah, right by a Walmart, so not bad. It's got Subway, but it's 7:31 in the morning, so I don't think much is open yet. But nice sunrise and all that. Got 2.61 miles per kilowatt on the way here. It was a mix of highway driving, but wasn't super high speed. There was a lot of traffic, so it wasn't that bad. But yeah, all right, so I'll check in when I'm on the road. Wait, that's not even a BMW iX. I think it was a BMW something. I saw that kidney grill, I'm pretty sure. But it looks like a sedan. They might have one. I'm not aware of one, but I'm sure there is one. So comment down below if you know what it is. All right, so as I'm finishing up here, I decided to see what the navigation would tell me where to charge. And it was exactly what I was going to do. A little bit different in the percentages wise, but exactly the same location. So next one is going to be a come and go. It was the same one we were at, and I'm charging up to 80% here, so I don't have to get there at 12%. I want to have that nice buffer, 30 miles at least, and charge to 80%. I'm just going to always charge to 80%, just so we can have that buffer, all that, and it's still somewhat fast until 80%. And then Williamsburg, Electrify America, yep. And we will be making a stop at that Chevrolet dealership. And it is slow one in the back of the dealership, which, I mean, it's a charge, so it's nice, but I don't want to stay there an hour and 25 minutes. I want to limit my time there as much as possible, so I might stay at the Williamsburg one a little bit longer. just so I don't have to charge there as long. I want to be there maybe half an hour max, hopefully, maybe 45 minutes. But that's really all there is between there, or Williamsburg and Madison, kind of, for fast charging. So I think there's one more fast charger, but I don't know. But that's the plan for right now, and then go to the Madison one at 71% right now. Should finish charging in 17 minutes, it says. The time gap keeps increasing, so that's kind of what I noticed. Like, the range predictor, it says, oh, you have this much, but then when you're going down the highway, even with all the highway miles that I've done, it'll start shrinking and shrinking, the buffer that you have, and then also the time that you're charging, it'll say, oh, you're going to get done at this time, but then it slowly keeps adding minutes on. But what are you going to do, I guess? Yep, well, at least it's charging by the kilowatt here. I'm pretty sure it's probably the cheaper way, since we're not charging at super high speeds. Otherwise, charging by the minute would be better, but since we're not charging at high speeds by the kilowatt, I'm sure it's pretty good. Just unplugged at 75%. We have more than enough to get there, so let's go. All right, everybody, we're in hands-free driving mode. Yep, we're in hands-free driving mode, and the buffer is about 40 miles right now, so it'll be interesting to see how much of a buffer we have left by the time we arrive to the charger. Currently, the charger is about 109 miles away. It's right off the highway. It's really convenient. I'm just gonna rip it there, get there with a low state of charge up, and get some snacks and stuff, and head on my way to the next one. All right, we're in sunny Ohio still, and it's telling me to watch the road. I am, and we are down to 30-mile buffer, so down 10 miles from the original 40-mile buffer. That buffer is slowly diminishing, and I think we should have enough to get there for sure. I'm not really concerned about that. If range becomes an issue, then I can turn down the climate or turn it off completely. But yeah, I don't know, that range predictor still isn't that accurate, even though I've been driving like 500 miles so far on highway miles in this, so yeah. But the road trip goes on. Alright, so we have 43 miles of range, and it's 23 miles to get to the next charger, so that leaves a 20-mile buffer. That's half of what we started with, so I don't know. It's got a lot of miles on this road trip, so I don't know what the problem is, but 20-mile decrease in the buffer is kind of a lot when you're trying to plan it. I've watched many other like road tripping vehicles with, or I've watched many other road tripping videos with EVs, and most of them are pretty accurate. Like, they say if you're going to arrive at like with like 5-10% or whatever it is, you're pretty close to around there. But I don't know, this one isn't as accurate, so you kind of just have to always leave that extra buffer in there. I would say at least 30 miles if you're going on a 100-mile plus stretch. Just charge up extra 30 miles. But yeah, almost there. All right, everybody, we have arrived with 23 miles of range, 13% state of charge, so we're going to be expecting some high speeds. Cable going. 43, 50, 60, 70. It's definitely getting up there. Let's see if we can get higher than 130. Wow. All right. 130 again. All right, so it's charging up. It's at 133 kilowatts. That's a pretty good speed. It's 16% state of charge, so that's a little bit lower than what you want to arrive to. I think 20% is pretty good. So we'll see if that ramps up a little bit. 134. Oh, yeah, 134 for a split second. But haven't seen the peak 150. Probably because of the temperature. It's a little bit warmer than yesterday. It's 37 degrees out. But yeah, it says we should be to 80% in about 36 minutes. So probably 45 or something like that. But yeah, I'll update you if anything pops up or when I finish charging. All right, everybody, I just finished up charging at that EA station back there, and really good charging experience. No errors or anything. met some cool people there. Some people had Mach-E there, and there was ID4 and an F-150 Lightning. The F-150 Lightning owner said that he just got it yesterday, I believe. So he was still kind of learning how Electrify America station works. And the people in the Mach-E basically got there at the same time, left at the same time. I charged from like 10-15% to 74%. And there was an ID4 that pulled up. And as soon as I left, they were able to get their charge in. Only one station down out of the 4, so not terrible. And one was kind of being blocked by semi-parking, but I'm sure they'd be able to move if you asked them or if they were out there. But yeah, I am heading to Williamsburg next. I forgot, I think it's at like a Casey's gas station. That's the one where there was that EV dad sticker and all that. Okay, city driving, you gotta like this. People are just swerving in and out of lanes, but I'm keeping my eyes on the road, so that's all right. I am prepared. But yeah, it's great to see people getting EVs. Shout out to all the people that I met at that EA station, and hopefully we can meet some more people at the next ones. Kind of hear their experiences with charging and just their EV in general. So, yep. I will pick it back up when I get to the next station. Oh, thank you to the person who subscribed, actually, at the EA station. So, yeah. All right, everybody, we have arrived to the next charging stop, and let's get this plugged in. Currently arrived here with 24% state of charge, 45 miles of range, so charge up to, I don't know, 80-90%, and then we'll be on our way. Okay, I just plugged in and went to their Windows screen. Oh, we got a latch. It's a good sign. Beep. Looks like it's not communicating with it. Okay, connecting a vehicle. Heard the latch on that one. I plugged in and had a conversation with owner of a Mach-E, and I came back and I saw it was charging like 16 or 20 kilowatt hour, so that's obviously not good. There's also one in here, so in case they leave, then I could go to that one. But that was the one where yesterday I plugged in. I had to plug in 3 separate times to get full power, so not ideal. And the other one available is the Ghost charger. So I don't know what would happen if I plugged in, and I don't want to find out. I don't know. Hopefully it wouldn't mess up the car, and I don't want to take that risk since I'm still not that close to home. So we're just gonna see if this one can ramp up a little bit. Yeah, that's going to be a problem. That's 19 kilowatt hour. I will wait for the Rivian to move then. All right, so it gave me a charging start error, or I mean, it was already in progress, still giving me the 19 kilowatt hours charging speed. And it gave me an error, so I'm just replugging back in. I'll charge here until another one opens up. I don't know if that honked at me or not, but luckily it's not by the minute, so it's by the kilowatt, so I'm not going to get screwed over if it's charging me for slow charging, basically. Let's see. Don't think anything much is going to change, but it's whatever. Okay, so that was not the greatest experience. I was charging at one charger, only getting 19 kilowatts. The other 2 were full, one wasn't working. Was just waiting. It's not a big deal. Currently charging 116 kilowatts. And then I had the door open while I was trying to move the car, so it said transmission not parked. It was just doing a bunch of weird stuff. I'm like, oh, what's going on here? I was kind of panicking, but I just realized I didn't shut the door all the way, so that's probably why the problems were happening. 116, I honestly might switch to the 350 just because, I don't know. I mean, there could be another car pulling up, but I kind of need the extra speed. I just want to kind of get out of here as quick as I can. I can always unplug if something faster comes along, but let me just do that real quick. Okay, plugged into the 350 kilowatt. I can always unplug if someone else needs it. But I just want to see if I'll get a little bit of extra speed with this. This one supposedly should be working fine. Payment authorized. So at least two of them aren't working. I don't know. I mean, the last one over there is working, but it's super slow. But thankfully, in Iowa, they charge by the kilowatt hour delivered, not by the minute, so you're not getting screwed over really. But I mean, you're gonna waste a lot of time here, and you could just go somewhere faster. I looked on ChargePoint, and there were a couple more fast chargers, not Electrify America though, and there's free credits on here that preferably would get used, so I don't have to pay anything. But it's ramping up. 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 120. Oh, this is way faster than the other one. What the heck? Oh, 145. That is all-time high. This car doesn't need a 350 kilowatt charger, but it's giving a little bit of a benefit. I'm just going to leave this plugged in. I'm going to use the bathroom. Not really hungry, but it is by a gas station. It's at the Casey's. So hopefully this will speed up the time it'll take to get back. I'm not in a huge rush, but there's something I prefer to get back to tonight to do. But yeah, thankfully at least it's working. And the car, I was getting scared because it was like driving all weird because it said transmission not a park. It was because I didn't drive and the car wasn't fully closed, or one of the doors wasn't fully closed. So I guess it's a safety procedure. But that was freaking me out for a little bit. Only major problem I've had so far, I mean, all the other chargers worked at their kind of suggested speed. Saying we'll go to 80% by 12:47. That's good. I'm gonna be arriving home a little bit later than I wanted to, but hopefully I can plan this out so I don't have to charge at that Chevy dealership too long. Because I forgot what speed it was. I think it was 20 kilowatt. It was either the amount delivered or the speed. It was like 20 something. So I might as well probably charge up to as high as like 100% here. Or maybe not 100, maybe like 90 or something, as long as nobody else needs it, to reduce the time spent there in the back of a dealership, which is not preferred, but it's a free charge, and it's a charge that you can count on. Not sure what other route, well actually I was talking to the Mach-E people from the last charging stop. They're kind of on the same route. They might be going for Illinois though. Don't think they're going the same route I am. I think they're probably going to end up in Madison, Wisconsin, Electrify America. Really nice people. And talked to Rivian owner. They're really nice also. Overall, not bad. This charging area isn't the nicest. It's just right now because of the snow melting and stuff. It's all muddy and that, but whatever. I really wish I would show the how fast it's charging in here, not just the time. That's really something they should add, because the screen's not that conveniently placed, at least for this car. But yeah, I think probably game plan is going to be charging 90% here, as long as there's nobody else waiting, and go from there. But this will shave some time off now that I don't have to travel to another CCS fast charger. And Electrify America, although they can be unreliable sometimes, I don't know. I haven't tried any other chargers so far on this trip besides Electrify America and those slower chargers. I haven't tried like a ChargePoint, which I've heard they can be pretty reliable, but don't want to take any chances right now just because a little bit of a time crunch. It's telling us to charge at this Shell recharge. I think this is basically at the 44% that we have, not the 80% that we're going to be charging to, pretty sure. Currently charging at 99 kilowatts at 50%. I think that's pretty normal. The screen is not looking too good on this though. Currently at 83%, charging at 37 kilowatts. I think that once it hits 90, it should probably be around like 28 kilowatts. So honestly, if nobody comes here, I'm gonna stick here around here until I hit 100%, because there's literally nothing from here all the way to Madison except for that Chevy dealership in Dubuque. And I will probably, like 90% sure, have to stop there just because the gap from here to Madison, even with like being super efficient, turning off all the air in that, I don't think it would be quite enough to make it. But if I do charge 100% here, I'd probably still get like the same charging speeds at 90% that I would get at that Chevy dealership. And this is working right now, so and the Chevy dealership looks to be working, but also this is a better charging location. There's so much stuff around here, and the other one is just nothing. So if I can charge here more, and then charge for maybe 20 minutes at the Chevy dealership, hopefully nobody's there, hopefully, then it should be good. And then I can go to the EA charger in Madison after that, and hopefully get home at a more reasonable time. It wasn't looking too good when that one was being slow, and navigation was telling me I was going to get home at like 7:30, but now it's looking more like 6:40. Maybe I can get that even a little bit quicker. That'd be great. But yeah, still pretty happy with this. Still using the free EA credits that came with the car, but it would have been like $19. We just have reached 90% state of charge. About 40 minutes left till we hit 100%. Nobody else is here, so that's the plan, to go to 100%. But I re-entered the trip into the Mach-E, and now it wants us to not even stop at the Chevy dealership and go to a different one, and then the same Electrify America that it originally wanted, which doesn't exactly make sense because now it would have us getting later there to the destination at 7:37, when at like 80% it was still having us go to that Chevy dealership, and we're getting back at like 6:40. So I don't know if there's somebody there, and it's not even in Ford network, so I don't think it would be able to see if a car is there. So I don't know. Still gonna stick with the original plan. Gonna make it to the Chevy dealership with plenty of range, probably charge up there 20-30 minutes, and then head to Madison, and we're gonna see if we can beat that time of 7:37. Let's go see what the speeds are looking like at 90%. 37 kilowatts still. Definitely gonna sit here until 100%. That's faster than the Chevy dealership could probably deliver energy, so yep. All right, so currently I have 199 miles of range. Left the charging station with 212, and we've traveled about 12 miles. So basically I think that we might get the full like 212 miles, or at least 200. So at that rate, I will probably only have to add like 30 or 40 miles at the charger at the Chevy dealership. So I shouldn't be there for much more than like half an hour, probably maximum, so that's good. Glad I made the decision to charge at EA up until pretty much 99%. At like 98, it was at like 20, 99, 16. At that point, I'm like, 99 is close enough. No concerns for range, just a matter of getting back at a reasonable time. Overall, right now, I'm averaging 2.4 miles per kilowatt. 0% is going to climate because I'm running at the fan speed 2 and 64 degrees. It's not bad because I'm wearing a winter coat, and it's honestly nice outside. It's 43, so that's why there's no exterior temperature affecting it, and climate isn't pulling that much energy even with the fan on. Thought I saw EV. I haven't really seen many EVs on this trip, honestly, like just on the road in general. I mean, I've seen some at the chargers and all that, but I've only seen like a couple Teslas. I don't know. Maybe it's just Iowa just doesn't have that great of a charging infrastructure. It seems okay to me, but probably only in the major cities I've been to, so anywhere else it might not be that good. So yeah, I am currently going to that Chevy dealership, going to be charging there for about 20 minutes, not bad at all, and then heading to the EA in Madison, charging for 15 minutes, and making my way to Johnson Creek area because I have something to go to tonight. But yeah, I don't know why the Ford navigation was wanting me to go to like a charging stop in Illinois, and it was going to take an hour longer overall on the trip. So yeah, gonna go with the Chevy dealership. I'll check in when I get there. All right, everybody, this is the first time that I'm going to be cutting it close. I went to the Chevy dealership. There was a car charging there, and it looks like it both those charged low. So I made a decision. I'm going to go to option number 1 is Electrify America in Mass, and there's probably going to be a 6-mile buffer. That's not a lot, but it has been pretty accurate, so I think it's possible. But backup idea is going to a dealership. I think it's a Kia dealership in Madison with 7% state of charge, although who knows if that's going to be working or if somebody's going to be taking it. So option number 1, Electrify America, and backup option is the dealership, which would give us more range, or leave us with more range to get there, but we're going to push it.
Turn left at the traffic light.
Crossing the bridge, heading back in to Wisconsin, I think. Yeah. Buca's right on the border. Alright. We're going exactly the speed limit. Right, car? Yeah, there we go. Right now, to get to that dealership, it's about a 16-mile buffer. And, I mean, yesterday, when it would have been cold, I would have not done this, but it's 42 out, and the car has been predicting pretty accurately. I turned climate control off. Everything's off. I unplugged my phone, going to extreme mode, just using in-car navigation. I mean, I could go even more extreme and just use it on my phone, but whatever. Yeah, this has us stopping at that one dealership for an hour. I don't know. I'd probably go to that dealership, and if it works, do that. Get up to a comfortable area, go to Electrify America. I'm really hoping all of their stations work. That's one that has 4 stations, and it's really reliable. So, oh man, I don't know. A little bit of pressure on this one. I could have waited at that Chevy dealership, but we're gonna send it. Here we go. Hands-free driving. Okay, down to 15 miles of buffer. Not terrible, but I mean, it's probably going to go up and down because we have some incline and decline. But yeah, just going to stick to the speed limit and should be good to ride to that dealership. And if we have enough, we can push it to Electrify America. So the buffer has increased to, I want to say, around 10 miles to get to the Electrify America. So that's kind of looking like the option, but I mean, I kind of forgot if there's a lot of elevation coming or not, so that could quickly change. But with the air off and everything, just the car driving and the navigation, the screens on, and all the basic stuff, it seems to be pretty accurate, the range predictor. So this will be interesting, because I mean, if I get to Electrify America with like 5 or something or 10 miles left, it's gonna have to work. And if it doesn't, I don't know. I'll have to. It's Madison, so it's a larger city. I'm sure I could find something, like an outlet, or I don't know. Anyways, it's not too far away from where I was planning to end up tonight, so I could just get a ride and leave the car there, I guess, but I don't want to do that. So this will be interesting. Little nervous. All right, we are off to the races, I think. We got here 12%. It took a lot of stretching the battery, not physically, but oh yeah, that is what we like to see. A station that is working. I think I'm at the last one that's working, I'm pretty sure. Oh my goodness, that is so relieving. Oh man. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go in Walmart because I was literally in this car for like, I don't know, 3 hours now, driving straight. Oh man, okay. The moment I've been waiting for. Oh shoot. Heat. And heated seats. Oh, came back from getting groceries, using the restroom. Already went from 12% to 36% within like 12 minutes, 37%. Yeah, it's when you got stuff to do inside there, it goes by quick. Charging station is full. There's a Mach-E, VW ID4, and then a Kia EV6, I believe, or Honda something. I don't know. But yeah, full station here. Glad I got here before it filled up. But yeah. Oh, and a Bolt is pulling up right now, and they are not going to be able to charge. So, all right, everybody, I'm almost about to head out. Probably another 10 minutes. But yeah, all cars are still full. One bolt is probably gonna get the spot when one leaves, and there's another bolt waiting. So definitely need some more chargers here in Madison. Charging at 77 kilowatts, 64%. I feel like for the Mach-E though, the charging per minute kind of works out better with the charging curve and all that. Just how it is. I don't know. I've been here 30 minutes and $9.21. I've used up all the free credits. I basically used that up for most of the trip, and I think this trip is going to cost about maybe like $15-20 in charging, because the Electrify Americas used most of the credit, used the credit for most of those, and other stops that were slower chargers were all free. So that's really nice. Yeah, that's the thing that I noticed that like the dealerships, they usually have free charging there. It's probably get people to come in and all that. And again, shout out to the McGrath dealerships. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to get there smoothly. On the way back, I didn't use any of the dealership ones, the slower ones. I just because there was a bolt charging there, and I just stretched it out. Not recommended to travel such a long distance with a small buffer, but I kind of knew that it was going to be pretty accurate and all that. So yeah.